This is a foreigner living in the Philippines. I get a few questions asked about the fact that I have two names. I don't really have two names. I use one name, Terence Flannery, for my professional work as an artist on Facebook and on my YouTube and my writing too. So I write as Terence Flannery. Now the story behind that is that when I was a musician in the UK, Flannery wasn't such a great name, and so I changed it to Martin, and Martin was for me a more commercial name, and that's why it was changed. So I use Martin. That's all my legal documents are still in Martin, so therefore that's what I can prove. So if anybody sends a payment to me for anything, or if I have to do a driver's license, I use the name Martin. It's not really a mystery. But when I got to America and I started to do more artwork and work professionally as an artist, I didn't want to use the name Martin, so I started, perhaps a little nostalgically, to go back to using my family name, which is what I was born under. So Terence Flannery became the name that I was actually most known by. And when I started my Facebook page, I used Flannery. Obviously that seemed to be the way. I never quite got round to changing my name. I think because we were having problems with getting the immigration papers sorted out for my son. I was a single parent then. And so I never changed, because if anybody out there has had to deal with immigration in America, they'll know that it's best not to confuse them with anything, because it seems to me that they seem to be obstructive, and if there's a chance to misunderstand anything, they will. So that was why I continued, even though I would love to have used the name Flannery and changed back again legally, because that's what my birth certificate is in. Not that this is of any great interest, but I just had a letter from Donald Miller. He's saying, what's going on? So I think it's another case of the guy that said to me, what's the real reason you're in the Philippines? So if anybody's looking for a great mystery, sorry, there isn't one. I changed my name, and I probably will change it back again, if only out of respect to my parents, who are actually now gone. But I think I'd like to do that, and I will. And ironically, my son has now changed his name to Flannery, so that should tell you. He is now known as Luke Flannery. Was Martin. He's changed it, and that's really my intention to do that. But of course now I'm living in peso economy, what I call a one-egg economy. I call it that because you can go into a sari-sari store, the little stores that you find along the road all over the Philippines, and you can buy one egg, because people are quite poor and they may just want one egg. So now that I'm in that kind of economy, coming up with the hundreds of dollars that will be required for a name change are not very high on the priority list. So that's the story. That's all that there is to it. And this is a foreigner living in the Philippines. Thanks for looking in. My name is Terence Flannery.